noche sampian isyaran.
Paula mi Charlian, Drol kirani pian. Paula mi Charlian, ne trășite mene, iar noche smafian. Paula mi Charlian, Drol kirani pian. Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, drogirani pian. Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, drogirani pian. Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, Paula mi Charlian, drogirani pian.
Well, hello. Welcome to everybody out there. All you awesome, fabulous, fantastic, awesome people. Welcome to Pepper's Echo. Yeah, that was just a little contribution from Arbot onto the Pepper's Echo WhatsApp site to show why he does not go fishing anymore, because he's pretty unlucky. I think these were all Friday the 13th fishing trips. Yes, and everything is new at the moment. So, number one, I hope you can hear us.
Hello, everybody.
I have Peach with me. And yes, everything is new. We're trying everything that we can possibly try that is new at the moment. So we have tried a new... Let me get back onto chat again. There we go. We've tried a new stream software. So instead of using StreamYard, because as I said, StreamYard, just for the normal one to be able to get our little logo up here, is $49 a month. I mean, now that is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely mad. I know.
Very expensive.
And currently we cannot actually afford that very much at all. Thanks, Alison. You can hear us. I'll greet everyone now as I go through. And then we actually went looking through, and there's MV Max, and we looked at Restream, and then we found this one is Talk Studio, but it's by Streamlabs. So if you take a look here in your little left-hand corner over there, I should be able to see a little bit of chats coming in there. So yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to have the chat on screen. Tell me if it is good or bad for you, and then I will be able to hopefully take it away. But so if you don't see your chat, you should be able to see it shooting in on stream there. I'll have to obviously make a few seconds and things of it, because I see it's dropping right away. It's supposed to sort of go up, but yeah, it's a lot of new things. What do you think of the new opening? Do you like the new opening? It's a little bit non-businessy, although I've got a lot of business to share with you. Yeah, we can go through a whole lot of stuff today. I did do a little bit of content preparation, and Peach over here did some content preparation for you as well. So our logo's new. Tell me what you think of our new logo, and tell me what you think of our new opening. If it looks good. How's it, Cam? How are you keeping, my friend? Really been thinking of you so much of late. Hendo, our very favorite, I nearly said Ethiopian South African. I mean, European South African. Dylan, always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you. Hendo, I am not a Bulls fan, dude. How dare you swear at me like that? I am Sharks all the way. Yep. Even if they lose. Exactly. Yes, there's a nice one. Let's see what these come out like. Thank you, our beautiful lady in waiting, White Zulu. Please hit that like button as you come in, folks. That would be most highly appreciated. And yes, tell me if there's any hiccups or anything on the stream, or if you see things that you shouldn't see. I don't mean bad pictures. Hendo, sit back down. You don't have to refocus. Nothing bad is going to come in there. So yeah, welcome, Fiona. Always good to see you. And our beautiful lady from the Bay, Alison, how are you today? And then Nick Miller, how are you, my friend? Great. Debbie, a fantastic person, always, always lovely. Love the new logo. Do we see a peach in there too? I don't know. Should we actually throw a
No,
peach in
there's
there?
You forgot about the peach. You only put the pepper in there. Peach is only a sidekick.
I'm telling you, it is amazing what AI can do for you. While we're talking about AI, and let me just welcome everybody that I can see. Yeah, Debbie Murray, Alison, Fiona, Alison, Dylan. I've got everyone that I think I've got. I've fallen. Cam, Nick. Thank you very much, Fiona. Everything good? Oh, shame, Cam. It's already a month, and it's really, really. I have got 2 days off still. We must actually have a chat offline sometime. I've really been wanting to contact you, but it has been a little, I don't want to say difficult because it's not been that busy, but I think I've got more time in the day now. I'm not running around and around people and that so much. So we'll probably have a nice chat tomorrow. I'll get onto WhatsApp, Cam. Alison, I'm fine. Still struggling to come to terms with losing Mom. I know that is, it's something that I don't know. That's something that I'm praying doesn't happen too soon to me. I never know when my last visit is going to be because Mum turns 92 in November. So I'm just hoping I make it back to South Africa in time and that I can make it back to South Africa in time.
91.
She's 91. She turns 92.
No, she turns
Sorry.
91.
This is why I have my fact checker here next to me. She turns 91. Spicy peach, yeah. Chakalaka. What's it now? Acha. Acha. Yeah. And then we've got these as well. Acha. And if you people don't cheer for me, then. Let me just get this back into my speakers because I can't hear myself cheering. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. So you don't cheer, I will cheer.
Guys, you're gonna have to be patient with Andre. He found a new toy.
I'm trying to get this thing to work because it's part of Streamlabs. So a lot of the plugins work from Streamlabs as well. I can try and make the chat a little bit bigger. I can take it off the screen as well. There should be little dings and that as well that come on for membership and things to that effect. But the last 3 months haven't said anything about membership. Not that I expect new members with the thing. Acha, bless you, Hendo. Mrs. Ball's peach chutney.
Listen, am I on this stream for you guys to make fun of me? Or what?
This one is the hot stuff. Andre and his buttons. Yeah, die groene knoppie. Druk die groene. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. You people are awesome. Okay, so I've pulled some things during the week out of the papers and that because what is Pepazeka? We try and look at things a little bit lightly, but we also look at lighter things or more serious things that we read in the paper that we haven't got a damn clue about, and we try and discuss it or make heads or tails out of it as such. So it doesn't mean we're not going to look in the newspaper. So I've got a couple of things that I've clipped out and put together. And it's, as it says at the bottom, the ordinary man in the street, looking through the eyes or the view of the ordinary man in the street. And that's me. I get hold of Chris Wyatt. So if you are, I haven't got his channel up and everything, so I'm going to actually make probably a little picture or something like that I can pop in to get Chris's channel boosted a little bit. Hendo, if you can put a link to Chris's channel in, will be great. Because that is where I get all the truth, all the news, and all the facts from South Africa, halfway around the world from South Africa in Pennsylvania. We actually come home, when I come home in the evenings, we sit down now and we actually watch Chris's streams because that's how we watch our news instead of switching on the news channel and that.
Yeah, no, the news channel is a challenge.
Yeah, if you're not watching some court case, you're watching some parliamentary crap or else you, I don't know. Thanks, Endo. And then also do not forget to subscribe to White Zulu. If you have not subscribed to White Zulu, I've only just started listening again. It's been a while since I have, but there are some absolutely awesome stories that Fiona has put there and reading her books. It is beautiful, and it is an honor and a privilege to be able to have access to that part of your life as well. So absolutely stunning. Please do so. Right. So let me try and get this thing going the way I wanted it to go. Nope. Oh, geez, what's gone there? And let's see if I can share screen on here. I understand. Let's proceed. The entire screen. Yes, add sound. That entire screen, so we don't want to mirror it. And there it is there. And I want to have... We'll see now how it comes out. But let's take a look. Obviously, first thing in the news, we have Pravin Gordhan, who passed away early hours of Friday the 13th. I don't know. Let me actually just tell you what we've got before I actually start off. I've got some news that I'm going through. Everything you've probably heard already. We'd like to just, you know what, if you'd like to pop a comment or something in there or actually talk on about it, will be absolutely fantastic. We don't have to. We just go by to the next one if you do. And then we actually worked yesterday at school. We had a normal school day on Saturday because we are off today, which is Sunday. We're off tomorrow, Monday, and we're off Tuesday because it's a 3-day public holiday for the Mid-Autumn Festival. And Peach over here is going to be telling you a little bit about the Mid-Autumn Festival as well. She took a hip-hop break, no pun intended, been quite the year of hospital shares. Yeah. This year has been and has had its nasty challenges in for so many people. Hendo, who's looking after the pooches? Well, they've got to the age where we're going to trust them on their own.
Teenagers.
We've closed all the doors so that they don't go and pee in the room, because the minute they get into the room, it's like, this is a new place. We're all marking it. Yeah. But otherwise, we'll try and put a second camera up and have a pup camera as we go along and see if they stay in one place along when I'm streaming. And see if we can see the pups.
No, you can't do that because these dogs of ours are very private. They don't do their business until you leave the room or go somewhere, and then when you come back, you get surprises.
Yeah, they're
very private.
They're extremely private, yeah. You won't go and have a pee in front of you.
No.
Or a poop. You know, they'll wait until we go. We went downstairs this morning? This evening?
Yesterday.
We went to fetch water. They didn't do anything, but as we went to fetch water, we came back. Everything's done on their little. Fortunately, they have a poop mat, but I'm telling you, I think they were holding it in, waiting for us to go, and then they came back. And, yeah, you'll think you're private. Wait for that. But yeah, so let's start on what I got. So yes, we've got Pravin Gordhan, who passed away early hours Friday the 13th, which we'll talk about towards the end of the show as well. I did try and take a look at where it came from, because despite the fact that it was day before yesterday, there's much around it. Yes, Cam. We should get like a nanny cam, a doggy nanny cam. I don't think we should hide it in a bear, because then we'll probably find the dogs attacking. We'll put it on a shelf somewhere.
Drag it around.
You do get them. I know in Cambodia, a whole lot of people always used to get little cameras for their dogs, and you can they tune them on their home. Mostly in school was their babies. The ladies. There's 3 ladies, and they always sat in the faculty room, and all they were doing was checking up on the babies all the time. And they could actually talk to the people as well who were looking after their kids and going like, no, don't. She's hungry. Get her some food now. And I'm like, the dogs will hump the bear. Probably. And who'll start? It'll probably be Jessie.
That's your daughter there.
That is my little apple of my eye. camera on the collar when we see things from their perspective. No, Peach wears a dress occasionally. Can't put camera on her collar. Anyway, our thoughts and feelings and prayers with Provin Gordon's family. Passed away September 13th, surrounded by his family, close friends, lifelong comrades in liberation struggle, and family spokesman Adrian Lucky said yesterday, survived by his wife Vanitha and his daughter Anisha and Priyesha. And I do not wish anything like that on anybody at all. So yeah. Right, then of course the big thing, Agricultural Minister John Steenhuisen asked John Kavanagh. John Steenhuisen asked Roman Kavanagh to step aside as Chief of Staff. From the News 24, Agricultural Minister John Steenhuisen asked his controversial Chief of Staff, Roman Kavanagh, to resign. Asked for the reason for his decision, Steenhuisen said it was clear that the controversy surrounding the right-leaning podcaster appointed was distracting from the excellent work this department is doing. He told News 24 he would only comment further once the HR process was completed. Unfortunately, I don't subscribe to News 24 at the moment, and at the moment it's not really possible to throw out any huge amount of bucks, so we'll see as it goes forward. But no, Ramon's not a podcaster. He had a hobby which he did quite well, and he lobbied nicely, but Ramon is actually an attorney. So he is in quite a good position of being able to do the job. If you actually want to see more on it, I took an in-depth look with Chris Wyatt. Take a look at Chris Wyatt. He's got a whole video informing on it, and it will really, really help to look at it. But you know what? Everything that they have stated now, they knew about Ramon before appointing him. Why the sudden turnaround? Is my thing. And the ANC is losing absolute backbone because Gous loses DA membership after racist remarks. Ronaldo Gous was expelled from the DA for making racist remarks, losing his parliamentary seat after thorough investigation by the party's Federal Legal Commission. The DA has confirmed that its federal executives has unanimously resolved to terminate Ronaldo Gous's membership. DA national spokesperson Willie Ockham said Gous had been formally informed of the decision. He therefore forfeits his DA seat in Parliament. Ockham said the decision follows through a thorough investigation conducted by the DA's Federal Legal Commission into the allegations against him. The FLC found Mr. Gous guilty of contravening several sections of the DA's constitution. The DA remains committed to upholding its value of accountability, non-racism, and respect for South Africans, Ockham said. What a load of BA. Because first of all, the DA, Ronaldo has been a stalwart for the DA. He really has. You know what? If anyone could have counted on somebody doing a proper job for the DA, it would have been Ronaldo. What is Ronaldo? Was, if you want to put it into that sense. I do believe that you should stand up for your right, and the DA should have stood up. They have become a spine. I don't know, what do they do? When they bring you into government, do they remove your spine?
Yeah.
Because, yes, Debbie, exactly what you're saying there. Spineless party. DA has disappointed me so badly. Because, you know, let me tell you, Ronaldo did so many things that many people don't know about for so many normal people out there that the news doesn't do, the newspaper doesn't do, the mainstream media doesn't do. I mean, he would talk about things, and I would sit there and I'd think, bloody black people doing this and this and this, and he would actually sit and say, no, you know what, you got to think about things in perspective. Be careful, you can't think of things like that. And there's two instances, you know, when Spur was being boycotted because they had apologized to this lady, or when there was a big fight in Spur. And I'm like, wow, Spur can go to hell. And then Ronaldo turned around and said, you know what? There's people that earn bread and butter from Spur. Mainstream media have thrown this thing far out. Go and have your breakfast at Spur. Don't go and let this scab called racism become a toxin in your blood. And it was on his live streams that I actually changed my views. He actually tempered me a little bit more, because I was a lot more right than what I am these days because of Ronaldo. And I've been voting, Alison says, been voting DA since 1994. Myself.
No, they're not the same as they used to be.
The other one was the chemist Dis-Chem. When the boss of Dis-Chem put out a thing, yes, that they're not going to be promoting any white people anymore, etc., and not taking in. So, of course, everyone decides we're going to now boycott Dis-Chem. And Ronaldo himself was like, you know what? There's people who are reliant on their jobs. People like you and I, black, white, yellow, Indian, colored, Chinese, whatever. They are reliant on their jobs and the income that they get from Dis-Chem. You are not stomping out the big boss. You are stomping out those people. And this is how Ronaldo slowly but surely actually took a very wild-minded person like myself and changed me to seeing realistically and looking realistically and kindly on a new South Africa. And being part of a new South Africa and having hope in a new South Africa and believing in making it South Africa and the world a better place. That is a good man out there, because he not only worked for the DA, but he lived the values of a new South African, much more than what the DA can actually say for themselves when they talk about values.
Yeah.
Zendo say, cock, woke, far left called journalists in South Africa actually left-wing hacks pretending to be journalists. Yeah.
Yep. People that's got nothing else to do but ruin people's lives.
Yeah, there's Debbie. Debbie mentioned something very, he had a logical outlook, and his integrity is what defended, not the party now, is what he's defending. Yes, I agree. I don't think he'll go back to the DA, but he would like to at least have his name cleared. And I agree, because I'll go back to we'll go over there is the letter that was posted. I've been voting Freedom Front since 1988. I would like the Freedom Front just to do a little bit more, say a little bit more. AfriForum is almost more active than what the Freedom Front is in doing things. But the DA, I don't know if they've just landed in a void. I was looking at Chris the other day and I thought to myself, I'd like to get in line with Chris and ask him about a few things, because I am the everyday man in the street. I'm not the intellectually, I don't have time to research. What I have had time to do is actually put some of these things together. And these are things that you and I care about, because Ramon is somebody that the DA, Steenhuisen, appointed. Knowing who he was, having watched his streams, having been on streams with him or whatever, knowing how dedicated and educated Ramon is. He knew he was a podcaster. He knew he was a straight shooter. I mean, this picture with a gun that the media put up all the time. I mean, anybody who's ever had a chance at a shooting range or put an automatic into their hand has had a photo taken themselves and said, look what I'm doing today. So that didn't mean he was against or wanting to kill or shoot anybody or anything to that effect. In fact, he's a very open-minded person. But they knew exactly who they were appointing. And then when the water turned around, in exactly what the DA should be doing is turning the pot around a little bit, they threw him overboard. Ronaldo, 16 years ago, everybody, if you tell me that you have not made a mistake like that in your life out of anger, as I said, Ronaldo was the person who actually changed me from being that kind of person. So how do we work that one out? If I can come onto stream and say that. AfriForum will have my vote next. Yes, but unfortunately, AfriForum is not a political party. They are actually there to support. Otherwise, I would give AfriForum my vote as well. My 5 cents. How's it? My 5 pence. Sorry. Andre, Ina, and all lovely people, hand, pink, winking, waving. I need to give you a reaction for that. Thank you, my 5 cents. Well, lovely to see you, my friend. The DA today is the US Democratic Party of Obama. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to put that together, Hendo. As I said, we sit here on Pepper's Echo and we have this lovely little chat about, I'm not saying we're all uneducated. All I'm saying is we're not as well researched. I mean, take a look at me and Chris and I. Chris knows 500,000 more things than what I do. I'll tell you how to teach people English and things like that. But yeah, my 5 pence, Endo. But yes, we sit and just talk about how we feel about it. And this is how the everyday man in the street feels about it. What I would like to have spoken about it, but I don't have the time tonight. Maybe we'll talk next week or whatever about the Trump-Harris debate.
Oh,
what
yeah.
a
Circus.
Absolute.
Total circus.
But anyway, this, for those who are not on my WhatsApp site, this is what Ronaldo has posted. He did post an official post. This is not the full official post on X. If you go and take a look in the messages below or contents below, there is the link to the full message. And if you are part of my WhatsApp group, which gracefully everybody keeps up, and I know Buzzy moderates away there as well. I don't know if there's more moderators or not. I know Buzzy keeps it going. Hopefully I'll be interactive more. But it says here, while I respect, I can actually take a look here. While I respect the process with the party, I strongly disagree with both the findings of the FLC and the actions taken by FedEx. Sounds like a parcel company. Throughout my career as a public representative, I have always represented my ward constituency, province, and country to the best of my ability. No, I think he exceeded his ability, actually, because he's always gone for 150%. I've consistently worked to represent the best interests of all South Africans, regardless of race, culture, or creed. It is disheartening to see a decision like this, especially one that I believe fails to reflect the full context of my actions and my dedication to my role as public representative. It's also disheartening that something I said 15 years ago and completely taken out of context is held against me as if it was said over the last year. For the past 16 years, I've been an outspoken voice for the accountability in government, a stance that has sometimes made me a target. The DA's decision today seems to be motivated by factors beyond the merits of the case against me. However, I will continue to stand firm in my beliefs and convictions. It seems few are willing to do this with cancel culture and an all-time high, and with the term racist and bigot being thrown around without consequence. Then there's some stuff cut out as well. And before the end, I would like to emphasize that this is not the end. I'll be exploring all legal and ethical options available to me to challenge this decision and clear my name. My commitment to my work and the people I serve remains my top priority. And he says he will do that in politics or out of politics. So, yes. Where's it? So yes, you know what? I think because I'm going to start maybe trying to create shorts and maybe upload them as well. I think I should just do one as the ordinary man in the street, also just telling you exactly what I've told you now, how he has changed my mind. And let's see what they do with a video like that. If it's going to go as viral as what it goes when he says something wrong. Let's see what they do with a video that says something right. I don't know. Obviously, my channel's maybe not strong enough, but I'm going to do a little short like that tomorrow or so and place it on. Pooches are running wild while Andre druk nood vir noodknoppies. Endo, kyk hoe kyk hy vir my. Kyk hoe kyk hy vir my. Nog 'n 50 randjies daar. His commitment has been there from before his days with Dean. Yes, definitely. Ronaldo, you could not doubt a better-hearted man. And you know what? When you've met someone in person as well, you are able to read them more clearly than just knowing their feed. And I've had the great fortunate opportunity of being able to meet him, and he's put such a down to earth. I mean, I'm nothing. He didn't have to meet me. I'm just this like little 2-bit wannabe. And Ronaldo, just, you know what? Yes, come on, let's meet. And what a nice person. And if you take a look what he does, how he speaks, what he's changed in mind, really, he must feel betrayed. I think he's really feeling painful. And unfortunately, with, as I say, Ronaldo and Ramon would have been loyal and dedicated as well. I honestly feel that with the strength of these people, because they're both strong people, they've stood for their values. They have not backed down on their values. I think the DA would have been stronger. I think they are poorer for losing both of these guys. They knew who they had. They knew who they were putting in Parliament. They knew who they were putting as Chief of Staff. And so did the rest of government, unfortunately. And that is why they were taken out, because of the pressure put on them. But yeah, my view, man in the streets point of view.
Yeah, no, they target people that has done something a long time ago, but they don't look at the people that, like Julius Malema, that says things daily. So I don't know what's happening to South Africa.
Yeah, no, it's sad to see that once you actually get into government, that you can't stand for your beliefs, your values, and your values are questioned when loyal people are dropped along the way and used as scapegoats. No, the DA is going to get a PK in the local election. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think their actions have actions have consequences, and that's what I'm teaching my kids at the moment at school as well. It's important that you make decisions, but all actions have consequences through and through. What's next up? The next thing that's been all over the news and everything is this Bella Bill. And I thought, well, Bella, just, you know what, outside, you know, this Bella dude. What's this Bella Bill? Then, according to IOL, and yes, I know it's an absolute woke newspaper, but I was just taking out the description from its side. I wasn't actually taking out views on it at all. Where's Fiona say before I go on to this? Fiona says, Ronaldo was the only councillor who would go out alone and fill in potholes in his ward with his bare hands. He was the only councillor who actually went out and looked what was happening in his ward, walked the streets, walked the parks, walked the grass, walked the beaches. He was able to show us photos and say, look how bad this is looking. We're going to get this fixed. And then he can show us photos again and say, look, I have got these fixed. And he was proud of it. And so being, he should be. He was proud of his party. He was proud of the work. He was proud of the progress. And he had pride. And not deceitful pride. He had really. But anyway, let's go into the billable. Chris Wyatt pointed out that so-called democracy is fundamental flawed, like the British system, a parliamentary system, no direct representation. Sadly, yes. Yes, now we've got this GUN. Come be my friend as long as you sit down and you don't get in my way.
Yeah.
Debbie, that is why I support AfriForum via debit order each month. They fight for a good fight. Yes, they do. And this is another thing that AfriForum is actually going to be fighting against as well, is the Bella Bill. Now, the Bella Bill that's busy flying all over the newspapers is the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill, which President Ramaphosa now wants to just sign into act. Not everyone's giving the go-ahead. There's much controversy about it. The DA, I don't know how much they'll do about it, because they were wanting to do something about it, but they didn't. But the Bella Bill proposes significant amendments to the South African Schools Act of 1996 and the Educators Employment Act of 1998. What are they wanting to do? And the first one is Making grade R compulsory. The Bella Bill proposes to make grade R compulsory at the start of school. Grade R, which currently forms part of early childhood development, will expand to 7,888 schools under the new mandate, are going to have to make room for grade Rs as well. Then the next one is criminalizing parental negligence in school attendance. In addition to making grade R compulsory, the bill is going to seek to criminalize parents who fail to ensure that their children attend school, with potential jail time as a consequence. As if we don't have enough jails now. If your child doesn't go to school, you're going to go to jail. But anyway, and our jails are overfull. They'll probably let murderers out to make space for those who don't let the kids go to. I'm going over it now. But it also states that anyone disrupting school activities is liable to a maximum of 12 months in prison. So what are they going to do with the EFF? But yeah.
And what about this? What about the children if the parents go to jail?
Yeah, sorry, you haven't been at school. Your parents have been looking after you at home, but I'm going to now take your parents away from you. We have enough. Anyway, home education regulation. The amendment allows the department head to conduct site visits before registering home education. It enables the Minister of Basic Education to regulate the registration and administration of home education, acknowledging the preference of some parents for homeschooling over public school. So yeah, let's take a look. Well, sorry, I'm missing a lot of things. One thing, the DA ain't democracy anymore. Right. We've gone through that. Yeah, the DA has lost a good number of voters for the next election. Yeah. Hendo, what's he say? The Bella Bill is extremely nefarious. Big words for you, Hendo. The devil is in the details. Gevaar, beware. Yeah, because watch what we're coming up to. Yeah. Language policy in schools. The amendment requires school governing bodies to submit their language policies for approval, and these policies must consider the linguistic needs of broader community. But we're firing teachers at the moment. We're making them less, but now we're wanting to bring more languages in. And I know what they're concerned about with that is the fact that Afrikaans is being shoved out of the schools in predominant Afrikaans areas because they want everyone to be able to go to those schools, but they're not prepared to learn in Afrikaans, so they want that out of the school. Same as what they did with the Stellenbosch University, and AfriForum built a whole new university for them there. Now, it doesn't help AfriForum build schools, and the government's trying to dictate. So another one is accommodating religion in school codes of conduct. The bill proposes the school codes of conduct respect cultural and religious beliefs, including provision for students to seek exemption from certain code requirements. Well, my belief is that I should wear a sidearm. Are they going to have kids come to school with spears and sidearms or what? I don't know. People already respect their cultures. So I don't know. You've got to be careful. Some religious beliefs can be quite extreme. We're trying to shove too much in our mouth. Then there's the ban on corporal punishment. The bill reaffirms the prohibition of corporal punishment in schools, proposing fines or imprisonment for those who administer it. So once again, we now need to let out a few more murderers out of jail so we can put a teacher or two in there who's had enough and try to discipline a child by giving him a good hiding. How would they hang? We went to school and all we learned from getting cuts at school on our bum, leaving blue and purple marks, is we learned respect, we learned our values, we learned to learn, and we learned to appreciate. But yeah, they're still carrying on with this. So why is it concerning that the critics of the bill are argue that the Bella Bill undermines the authority of school government bodies and centralizes decision-making? So your school governing bodies, including your parents, and anybody that has been put on the governing committee of the school basically has no say, because what is the government actually doing? They are centralizing the decision making for each school. Once again, Soviet. Once again, a communist. We want to tell you what to do with everything.
Yeah, no, they want to control everything.
Our government, and unfortunately that's what the
They
DA is mixed in, is a communist government. Debbie says, Fiona says, good for you. I was a card-carrying member of the Freedom Front from 1984 onwards and also paid them membership fees. I think the Freedom Front is going to benefit from this. And I think if they act wisely, they can succeed in getting someplace. Jails, tronks, fools, and 5-ster. Yeah. Scully, Papa wil jou sien, né? Okay. You are not doing facetious. What a joke. Fight real crime again. Yeah. Papa wag vir jou. There we go. Hendo's got it. Papa wag vir jou. I've lost the link to my White Zulu channel. Do you still have it, please? Hendo, can you put the link up to... Oh, thank you very much. Hendo's got White Zulu's channel's link there. Please actually link up there and like and subscribe. Discipline and respect builds appreciation, better survival skills for life. There is no respect and no appreciation. You can actually see it. You can see it in the schools where I am now, because there's millions of people. There's an extreme competitiveness, especially between parents, for them to actually achieve. Now, not necessarily in English, maybe. Those who are going for universities in other countries, Australia, the UK, the US, in Europe, are more attentive to English. But in Chinese especially, they are under major pressure. But yeah, if the Chinese teachers are not strict with them, not a chance. I mean, we as international people can't be strict with them, and you can see it. I mean, I can be teaching in class, and I've got 4 or 5 sleeping and 3 or 4 doing some other work as they want to. Hendo, thank you so much. There we go. Thumbs up, Hendo. Scully, 5-star movie link. Oh, Hendo's got the movie to 5-star the movie. I took, yesterday I was working and I thought, well, we're not going to do a hectic amount of work. So I took the movie, you know, the original movie of The Gods Must Be Crazy. I took it to school to show the kids what the Bushmen are like in South Africa. Hendo can link anyone. White Zulu's on point. There we go. Yes. Hendo is trustworthy in anything. I don't subscribe to Commie Card. Dylan. Yeah, no. She took a hip hop break. No pun intended. White Zulu, been quite a year. Yes, you have. Fiona, you've also had a little bit off. I've had an off year as well. I mean, with where I was, I was just, you know what, we weren't talking, we weren't making anything good. We were absolutely. That's why I even stopped for the last 2 or 3 months. I'm only back now, and then I've got this one with me to just keep me in check. She was trying to do it without being online. So I said, come online and do it.
I'm just sitting here.
Who's looking after Stoutgat Pooches? Hendo, what did I go on there?
You are far ahead again.
Let me just go to the end of my chats. Oh, there we go. I don't know what I did to get up there. Never trust a communist, pedo, and a Satanist. Like a pedo and a Satanist.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Moving along swiftly, rich South Africans use an average 9 loyalty programs, new research finds. Okay, so this is also posted on News 24, but the actual figures come from the Truth and Brand Map Loyalty White Papers of 2023-2024. More than 2/3 of economically active South Africans, which are very few these days because not many of us can be economically active. I mean, even me this month, I'm sitting with a little bit of stress, but anyway, we'll make it somehow. But they use loyalty programs from retail and banking to fuel and leisure, according to the latest research by the SA Customer Relationship Management and Loyalty Consultancy, Truth and research body Brand Map. 30% claim to be using rewards more now than they did last year, Wealthier consumers use 9.4 programs each on average, and the mass market consumer about 4.8, the Truth and Brand Map Loyalty White Paper found. On Wednesday, loyalty brands received their own reward at the ceremony in Cape Town, hosted by Truth and South African Loyalty and CRM Consultancy. F&B eBucks also scooped the best overall long-term loyalty program award. Now, I quite enjoyed eBucks because it actually gave me bucks back for my fuel that I put in. So I always used to, I don't know, you had to go to an engine garage, I think, and use your F&B card, and that actually sort of worked. But the other headline best programs of the year's award went to restaurants with the Spur Family Card, travel and hospitality, legacy lifestyle. I do not know what that is. I know the Spur Family Cards quite well. Fuel Shell V Plus. I think that's new. I'm not too sure what that is. Telecommunications, Vodacom and Vodabucks. I don't know. Entertainment and leisure was DSTV Awards. What rewards do you get from DSTV? And then relaunched African Bank Audacious Rewards. Now, I'd say you're pretty risky. I'm not going to go for the reward with African Bank. It's seen its ass a couple of times. It's more like SAA. But anyway, the judges also named Discovery Vitality Team as the best loyalty team of the year in recognition of their creation of a program which changes customer behavior for the better across multiple markets. Well, I suppose marketing works well for Vitality because they do, I don't know, they do have certain things that work for them that people think. But yeah, using loyalty programs these days does probably help to a certain extent. But I think you need to use them a lot, and probably that's why they're used by rich people, to be able to see a physical benefit. I don't know. What's your view on it? What rich South Africans? Most are gone broke unless stealing cards. They can make you. They can now give you false ShopRite cards. I don't know where the Pick and Pay card is, because I know that used to be quite nice. I used to use the Pick and Pay card and my Spar card.
Clicks card,
and Pick and Pay card used to work nicely, and Spar used to work nicely because that put money on. And get to the end of the month and you need to spend, you don't have food and you need to actually buy. You got that like 150 Rand that you've got on that card actually does. What's Debbie say? Spur card does work, 50 back every time you use it. There we go. So those are actually worth it, I would say. Yeah. You know what? I don't know why they haven't mentioned the Spar and the Pick and Pay card, because they actually work for me. And that means it works for peasants like me, because we didn't spend that much, but our little spend on food during the month gave us enough to just cap off at the end of the month. Scott works. Cameron says DSTV sucks. Yeah. I have no idea what kind of recognition they can give, but well, no, fine, as they say. Cam says, I've bought a Samsung charger using Vodabucks. Okay, so that means it is possible. That it's not bad one. Okay, that's decent. Mm-hmm. So I'm not too sure how the Vodacom Vodabucks works, but if it can actually start helping you at lower times, I think it's a good one. And should I put it up or not? F&B, fucking never bonk for Hendo. There we go. And then Cam's he's bought a Samsung charger. So that's nice if you can actually see the results of your loyalty program and you don't have to wait years and it's whatever. Checkers is doing well. Would love to buy shares. I was looking at something the other day. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I haven't read the book, but I was looking at inserts from it. And one of them says, you become poor because we spend our money on liabilities, things that we want and not what we need, and things that don't bring us in money. So you would spend it on a watch or a car or luxuries, which all go down in value and all, you don't get anything. instead of saying, look, I've got $1,000, let's put it onto a share, let's put it onto a stock market. Well, I've got $500, let's invest it into something which is going to bring back money. And it was actually this week, and I was actually thinking to myself, that actually makes sense. If I have spare money, the first thing I do is go and take a look at what luxury I can buy. And as I was talking about last week, we look at, we just off to buy luxuries and things like that. We don't cap ourselves. Andre, Colin would love to get in contact with you to find out our life in China. Could I share your link with him? Sure. I'm not sure who I'm speaking to when I'm speaking to my 5 pence. So, Colin, but yeah, I know a Colin from church in Alberton. But yeah, please do. You can give him my details. You can also, oh geez, let me just put a banner up here somewhere, and I can give you my email address as well. And the reason I want to put it on is because it is spelled like that. PEPRS@gmail.com. I used to have Peppers Echo, but then I forgot the password and couldn't get it anymore. So now I have that one as well. It says, welcome to mail me, and we can actually exchange numbers. But there's also there's also a group. I don't know if there's a link to the group or anything like that. I don't have it at the moment on WhatsApp, and you can direct message me from there as well. But yeah, sure, more than welcome to. If I can assist or answer any questions, I will. But remember, it will be my perspective. So yeah, I more than willing. Where are we? Dodgy ShopRite cards. No. Don't flick me. You're live. You cannot mishandle me live. Yeah, please share link. No problem at all. I also bought my brother and daughter's a Bluetooth speaker with Voda. My brother's daughter, a Bluetooth speaker with VodaBucks. That's great, Cam. So that means that they actually do show up, and that's what I like about a loyalty program. If it actually shows up. Debbie says, Flip, that's smart. Never locked at VodaBucks. So that's nice. There we go. Dodgy ShopRite cards. No, my aunt walks around with like about 7 cards in her thing. She's not rich, but she swipes everything, I'm telling you.
She's got a card for all the shops.
Long ago, used points and Pick and Pay card to buy electricity. That's a good idea as well, especially with the electricity. Hendo does not like ShopRite at all. I don't know why. Hendo, that's the only place I could afford to shop at one stage. No, VodaBuck takes a while. You have to build up points. Okay, yeah, but I mean, if nothing's instant, but at least you can get to achieving to C points. Some of these things are like, yeah, no, it'll do that, and then it only gives you discount on this, and it'll only give you discount on that, or like in 10 years' time, you see this. At least it comes to fruition eventually. Hide on stream. Druk daai knoppie nog vir jou vir nog 'n 50 randjies. That cheer was for you, Hendo. Rich people are producers while poor people are consumers. Ask him to subscribe to the channel, says it. Okay. Seen a few people make money from shares, clean so many checkers and watch their growth. Look at rugby ad, etc. I would like to actually know how the ordinary man in the street can buy shares without being knocked over or having to spend $1 million. So I need to find that one out. We should have all bought shares in security after 1994. Yeah. Hendo, well, Debbie should have bought shares in generators when load shedding. Okay, Leon, no worries. Good stuff. Good point. Well, actually, my dad did. Hello there, Leon. Swipe for Africa. Swipe for Africa.
Hendo.
There we go, Hendo, just for you again. Yeah, so maybe we can take a look at the being able to do investment or how to buy shares easily where it's actually not going to rip you off. Just a quick one as well. South African did Braai were the best in prices. They compared each week. They visit supermarkets, so you don't waste your time and effort. And they compared the best prices in South Africa. And they compared 10 common Braai items to establish which supermarket is offering the best prices, both individual items and for the entire basket. So this should hopefully help you get your Braai done this next weekend. And the cheapest supermarket is, first of all, ShopRite. Okay, and next is with 835.90. Next is Checkers with 882.90. Pick n Pay 906.90 and Woolworths at 1030. Note, we do not consider discounts or card holder specials in the comparison. And when the exact name brands are not available, they use the nearest alternative house brand alternative. So due to fluctuations in price, both inland and coast in South Africa, the prices below are based on payable in Gauteng. So you can answer the chat because I'm following. Here are the products. Was traditional boerewors, a kilogram, braai chops, lamb braai chops, a kilogram, 250 grams of garlic bread, 4 kilograms charcoal, baked beans, fire lighters, KWV 5-year-old brandy, very important for a braai, Savannah light cider 6 by 330, Castle Light 6 by 330, and Coca-Cola no sugar 1.5 liter. And in all of them, in Checkers, your boerewors was 99 Rand per kilogram, ShopRite 86, Pick n Pay 109, Woolworths 129. So $30 difference between the cheapest. Garlic bread, 39 in Checkers. That is a little bit expensive. 19.99 in ShopRite and 39.99 Pick n Pay. So Checkers, Pick n Pay, pretty close. And 59 at Woolworths for a garlic bread. Charcoal came to 66 in Checkers, 66 in ShopRite, 69 in Pick n Pay, 104 if you want charcoal that went to private school.
Debbie says, love how baked beans made it. Yeah, I don't know how the baked beans got into the braai.
Baked beans with braai, of course.
No. Baked beans.
Baked beans. Good for your life, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. There we go. Charcoal, 66. Okay, baked beans, 16, 16, 16. Guess who's the cheapest in baked beans? 15.99. Woolworths.
My word.
Fire lighters, 39 at Checkers, 25 ShopRite, 37 Pick n Pay. They know what they're doing, these guys. 29 in Woolworths. So Pick n Pay and Checkers are both almost 10 Rand more expensive for fire lighters than Woolworths. KWV seems to be the same, 219. Alcohol and drinks seems to be the same straight through. Savannah 119, Castle 89, and Coca-Cola 1.5 liter, no sugar. Checkers 18, ShopRite 18, Pick n Pay 21, and funnily enough, Woolworths 19. So Pick n Pay is the most expensive on Coke. So your total for those little buggers are your cheapest being ShopRite at 835, Checkers at 882, Pick n Pay 906, and Woolworths at 1030. So there's your...
Just for one braai, it's a lot of money.
So there's your... Yeah, but I mean, you can leave the brandy, that already takes 220 Rand off. You can leave the Savannahs, that already takes another 110 off, and just buy the Castles. So yeah, let me get back up here. Stockbroker, where is it, Fiona? Yeah, I need to know a stockbroker actually has my interests in their, who's got my best interests at heart and not theirs. Tap and go. Those cards can be dangerous when you don't operate with cash. Yep. Admin, yeah, don't worry. Tell me if I need to close off because Ina still has a thingy as well.
No,
So
I can
if
run
you're
next
happy
week.
to run on stream, still be happy. I don't know who else is starting the stream, and I'm keeping. Ina's beating my legs apart at the bottom. Yeah, my brother is. I know. My brother-in-law's a stockbroker. Okay, well then you've got someone with your best interest at heart. Pick and Pay Sagat used to work for them in 1996. Love how baked beans made it. Gesypte Shares Castle. Yeah, it seems like the breweries are under government rule. Everyone has the same price. South African shops selling our national food are making a killing here over here in England. Oh, well, yeah, over here as well. We pay. You must see what I pay for grandpa's here. Have popped up every small town. Yep. Baked beans, poop beans. Yeah, there we go. 2 years ago, baked beans cost $9.99, and now they are running on $16.16, except if you want them a little cheaper, you go to Woolworths for $15.99.
That's for name brand.
So that's a 30%
That's
increase.
for
Eh?
own brand.
2 years, that's 30% increase on something that is like an essential, sort of supposed to be a staple diet. Spa chops are good. Yeah, they didn't put Spa in here. I think Spa also works out to be quite cheap. Stupid ex-Dom wants to raise tariffs. Yeah, Hendo, I believe 36% or something like that I saw. Posh Bry, yeah. I drink brandy, sorry. I drink whiskey, sorry. Which I think, thanks for reminding me, Dylan. I think I'm going to actually have a nice little shot after this. Unless they drink Plip, then it's a pleasant braai. No potato salad. Yes, now that you mention it, Debbie, a braai isn't a braai without potato salad. And Peach over here makes one of the best potato salads in the world. Tesco baked beans are 60 pence here. Well, you see, mind you, if you say 60 times 20, it's $12. It still comes out about cheaper, a little bit cheaper. Mind you, almost to the South African one. Multiply it by 22. Possibly a little cheaper, almost on the similar side. Then last but not least, as from Wikipedia, Friday the 13th, how superstitious are you, baby? So Friday the 13th is considered unlucky in Western superstitions. The rest of the world doesn't give a shit, only if you're Western. I think 7 is unlucky, or 4 is unlucky in China, or something like that. It occurs when the 13th day of the month in the Gregorian calendar falls on a Friday, and it's probably because it tripped over something. The unluckiness of 13 Christian associations, the superstition seems to relate to various things, like the story of Jesus' Last Supper and the crucifixion, which were 13 individuals present in the upper room on the 13th of Nisan, which is Maundy Thursday. I don't know what that Maundy means, but yeah. Did have but I didn't have time to. So yeah, night before his death on Good Friday. In conjunction with Friday, while there is evidence of both Friday and the number 13 being considered unlucky, there is no record of 2 items being referred to as especially unlucky in conjunction before the 19th century. And then the Knights Templar, some cite the arrests of the Knights Templar, it was by the French dude on October the 13th, 1307, by an officer of King Philip IV of France as the origin of the Friday the 13th superstition, but it is agreed the origins remain murky. And then the 19th century stories, I've taken one of them. There was another one, but it was about some play and somebody dying with 13 people around him. But anyway, the other one in France again, so it's these bloody French that got Friday the 13th going up here. Huh? Yeah, it's Visuy. France, Friday the 13th might have been associated with the misfortune as early as the first half of the 19th century. Yeah, a character in the 1834 play Les Finesses des Gribolis states, I was born on Friday the 13th, December the 13th, 1813, from which come all my misfortune. I don't know what last year had something to do with 13 because it was a misfortune of a year. According to the Stress Management Center of Phobia Institute in Asheville, North Carolina, an estimated 17 to 21 million people in the United States are affected by a fear of this day, making it the most feared day and date in history. Some people are so paralyzed by fear that they avoid their normal routines in doing business, taking flights, or even getting out of bed. It has been estimated that US $800 to $900 million is lost in business on this day. Despite this, representatives of both Delta Airlines and Continental Airlines, the latter now merged into United Airlines, have stated that their airlines do not suffer from any noticeable drop on travel on Friday or those days as such. So how do you feel about Friday the 13th? All up to you. Where we got interesting Friday the 13th, some airlines don't have a 13th row. Yeah, some buildings don't have a 13th floor. Now, I don't know how they get that right, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. No, son, that it doesn't matter if it's called 14, that is the 13th floor.
If you count it, it is the 13th floor. I just numbered it 14.
So, yeah, I also took a look. There was this ladder last year at school, and I was having bad enough luck without having to walk under ladders at that stage. But I see the kids are like just, trooping through underneath the ladder, and I'm thinking, well, you obviously don't have any Western superstitions here, do you? But I do believe there would be Chinese ones, so I'll have to take a look at them. We can ask Chris sometime as well. No, Chris isn't very fond of China at all. But I'm not a politician or an activist. I am a guest and a teacher, and I'm very, very happy currently. It does actually give me an uplifting life compared to what I would have been in South Africa, unless I was one of the lucky ones. But yeah, even the good ones, as we have seen, don't make it in South Africa as such. Dodgy snail munching French again, not surprised. Flippin' French created the unluckiness. We are celebrating the Battle of Britain Memorial Day today. I'm flying the RAF flag. Oh, lovely. Have you actually seen the movie? That was one of the best movies that I've actually seen. It blooming long, the Battle of Britain. Fantastic. And then if you're wanting to see a newer one, The Art of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Fiona, where's Nigel, that doggy French sapper? Dodgy French sapper. Not superstitious. Yeah, no, Dylan says not superstitious. Yeah, me neither. You're going to kick it, you're going to kick it. And I have kicked a couple of things, so yeah. He's having Sunday afternoon nap in his flat right now and will come over to have supper with me. He made me breakfast this morning. Did he spend the night, Fiona? Sorry. I don't know who Nigel is, so... Get out of bed Friday. Don't get out of bed Friday the 13th. I actually forgot until I was at school. In Japan, all the 4th floors are vacant. Yeah, because I think 4 in Asia is like a no-no. Like, Slippery Pickle. Who's the Slippery Pickle now? Slippery Pickle. Hello, Slippery Pickle in Japan. I had the very best Friday the 13th yesterday. Woke up feeling well enough to go to town on the bus. Well, it was Saturday the 14th yesterday. But yeah, we're not superstitious, Fiona. We're South African. We should have cultural beliefs. Always good day, Friday the 13th, my 5 pence. Always my good day. How nice, White Zulu. Awesome to have SA friends close. Bye. Echo, I'm not telling. I'm telling you, has such company and great help to me when I care around. That's lovely, man. Lovely. You need companionship, as Cam is saying. I have a lot of place to stay because number 4 does not scare me. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Are you going to do it next week? Mm-hmm. Okay. Ina has actually prepared something. But because of time constraints, and I will do something a little less important because we're off for the 3 days now, but she's doing Mid-Autumn Festival. But I think you're all tired of hearing our voices at this very time. So
His voice.
So people very okay. And so, yeah.
No, we will do that next week. We're having China is having Mid-Autumn Festival. That's why we're off. Well, that's why Andre's off. But I
actually put some really good deodorant on. I am not off at all. I can promise you that.
But I will tell you all about that next weekend. I will start before Andre starts. Otherwise, nobody gets a chance. So I will tell you all about that. And then I know if we were in Cambodia, they're having Chumbin, which is tomb sweeping. And the Mid Autumn Festival is different to what the other Asian countries. Some of the Asian countries have Mid Autumn Festival now, but some don't. So we'll talk about all of that next weekend.
So I will let Ina start off. I'll still prepare some content. As you see, with a little bit of time and time at school and that, I'm able
Andre,
to actually...
bly af. Ja, hy bly af.
Endo, shut up. You're supposed to be my European South African friend. But yeah, when they put an obituary of Provin there, before I read it and I just saw the picture, I thought, oh my Lord, Hendo. And then I looked and I saw, no, it's Provin Gordon. I'm kidding. Thanks. But anyway, guys, you have been absolutely, absolutely awesome. I hope this streaming software has worked because we can actually maybe bring a few things in. Tell me what you did like. Drop it into the comments below, or just drop me a comment or whatever and say to me what you did like, what you haven't liked in the changes, maybe what you would like to see, what you would like to talk about, so that maybe we can actually get that put into content, because we're going to try and put content like this together and put it in different ways and things like that, so that it actually becomes a nice stream. And hopefully we can have a lot more fun on it as well as we go forward. What's Slippery Pickle say? Go to that casino between Loas and China for holidays. That place sounds like fun. I don't gamble. I can't part with my money. No. Not if I don't get anything for it. So yeah, we'll tell you a little bit more about the 2 holidays that are on this week, next week, and I will put some stuff together as well. We've got 2 days off, so bum bum ba. Guys, thank you very, very much. We really, really appreciate you. You are an awesome bunch of friends. We love you. We miss you throughout the week so much. And hopefully we are going to be able to entertain you and be entertained by you. Thank you very much.
I told you Andre's got a new plaything.
You're going to practice. Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have an awesome week.
And have a super, super week. Be good. Take care. And if you can't be good, at least be kind. Cheers, cheers.